Okay. That was very loud. Well, let's get started with some bucket filling. Who has a bucket to fill?
I don't see him, but I want to thank Nick Raz for holding an open house for me. He said it was a good turnout, so appreciate him doing that.
I'd like to thank John and Jeff for doing the morning scripts every morning. It's been a lot of fun, and it's a really good thing to do, and everybody should show up for it.
New agents, guests, visitors, sponsors. You get a whole time.
Right on the spot. My name's Daryl. I'm here just to learn, actually. IT. Yes. And we love rocks.
Our cultural icon last week was Shad, was it not?
He's still in Bear Lake.
Question before I get started on this. If you guys are, how many in here prospect? Trick question. Okay, so if you're prospecting today, when can you actually kind of count on, or not dream of, but count on a lead that you generate today turning into an actual client where you actually sit down and talk to them? Okay, so if you get that impulse shopper, okay, so, oh, I just talked to Chris, sign me up. Okay. Okay.
So for me, I always figure what I'm doing today is a 90-day return. But the reality is, Chris is right. There are lots of times that they sign up on the moment, and within 30 days, you're hitting the closing table. So that can happen. It also can take 2 years of nurturing and cheerleading them through it. But for me, I figure a 90-day turnaround.
So my point being, if we were to pick an average, what are we thinking? 0 to 3 years. 30 days, 60 days, 45 days, something like that? 90 days? Okay. Reason I'm saying, guys, Linda asked me to do something that you always love me to do. And so we're going to sing Christmas carols. We're going to sing Christmas carols. And I wanted that one little piece because that was the actual only little piece that I was missing. Today, guys, we have 161 days till Christmas. Okay? So that's pretty cool. I mean, 161 days, we got some time to work with it. If we take an average, each one of us, for example, might work 6 days a week, 5 days a week. Let's mix it up here and say subtracting 1.5 days per week for you actually having a life. We're going to subtract 30 days off of that. So we're down to 131 days. Got holidays. We got Thanksgiving. Nobody ever works the day after Thanksgiving. Ben doesn't work the day before Thanksgiving either because he's setting up turkey cooking and all that kind of stuff. But if you take just a general holidays, things like that, we're going to lose another 12 days. Takes down to 119. Going across the board, once it goes under contract, how long does it take to, once it goes under contract, actually get these people qualified and followed? Pardon me? 85? You mean the answer is 85 days.
Right answer, no question.
So once you go under contract, generally speaking, how long are we talking? 30, 45? 45 days? Just for conservative nature? Help me with my math here. 74 days? And you guys just told me to find that lead is 30 to 90 days? So literally today, guys, you are prospecting for Christmas dollars. And I also haven't talked about the time that it takes you to go out and shop for your Christmas presents, because I'm sure you don't want to run into me on the 24th, because we are a festive group on the 24th of December. Okay? So my point of this is when Linda said this, we usually get a laugh out of it like this and all that. I've also had people come up to me in the past saying, "Oh my God, Dave, I got to get a part-time job." And you start kind of freaking out about it because literally you need to put a number on this because we are prospecting for Christmas, okay? But I also take a look at some of you guys that have lives that involves physical exertion. We've got people who like to climb mountains. We've got people who like to climb, walls and things like that. But I take a look at that, and if you ask yourself, and a lot of the training that comes with that, I'm going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro or something like that, and you look at the mountain, you're never going to get there, but you can take that first step, right? As a matter of fact, if you spend all of your time looking at the top of the mountain, you're probably going to miss a step and fall down and make your journey fall. So I'm hesitant to have this days till Christmas thing. As much as I am, you need to take that first step. You need to have that first step. You need to prospect today. You need to watch how your footing is before you start heading up the mountain and make sure that the next step is just secure. You've got to start prospecting now, because now truly is, if you're not, you're putting it off, and you're going to be with me on the 24th of December wondering, gosh darn it, I'm going to start sometime next year a little earlier. Right? Man, this market is changing fast. I'll tell you a couple of things real quick. We're going to have, and I think Sean was going to talk about the new forms and stuff that will be out. We're kind of dragging our feet to have that new forms conversation based on the lawsuit. But we're going to have that conversation in the first part of August to try to get all of these forms finalized. Hopefully y'all are still in business the first week in August, because board dues are due, and we're getting some notices that some of you are waiting until the last minute. I've also been told by a couple of friends that they went in to pay and they forgot that last step that says pay now. We're also finding out with your licenses too. You go through, you get all your education, you go in, you fill out all your forms, but you don't click the pay now button. Your license is just as expired. Okay, your membership will be just as expired, but once again, guys, one step at a time. Christmas is coming.
Thanks, Dave. My favorite conversation, because it's July, it's hot, everybody's on summer vacation, but you better be prospecting because it's Christmas Sean, speaking of
Yeah.
first steps,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
what do we got?
yeah, to help you with some of those steps that Dave mentioned, we got some great stuff coming up. So right after team meeting, Brand's gonna be talking about first-time home buyer programs, grant programs. So stick around after lunch, hang out, learn what we can do to help our first-time buyers. And Justin, I understand, is gonna be doing kind of a recap because it was such a great class last month. So it'll be basically a recap of that for his Wealth Mastermind next week. And all the dates and times and everything you can see are there. So Capital Mastermind will be the first Thursday, which is this August, will be August 1st. So we'll be doing something for that, fun for that. Joel Frost, everybody really loved what he taught last month. So he's doing another class that he's C certified to teach, how to read an appraisal. So that way we're going in again with some more information, some more ammo in our arsenal to help us when we have issues coming up. So that is August 5th, noon to 2. And so, sorry, which one is this? August? Oh, this is the one you were talking about, Daniel Fleischman? Okay.
First week of August is really full of information for you guys. We've got a lot of changes coming and we want you to be super prepared. So the first week of August has a huge focus on not only how to have the conversations with your clients and create value, but also the new forms, how to generate leads, like everything to set you up going into the fall. So this will be a Zoom-based class. It is how to lead generate without cold calling. So thinking outside of the box, being able to expand your network, being able to create more connections. That will be in the training room after team meeting on the 6th. And it'll be an hour of content just to create some thoughts around how to lead generate differently.
Yeah, well said. That's why I had Linda say it. So, and then as Dave alluded to, we're going to have this class on August 7th from noon to 2. He's going to teach basically the new contracts, new exclusive right to sell, new buyer broker, things we need to put into the rep Cs if you guys want to get paid in the event that we're not going to see any sort of cooperative arrangement. So come learn about that. We're waiting for the board and everybody to finalize those documents, but we should have that information here in the next couple of weeks and be ready to teach those new contracts. Yeah.
What we can no longer do and all that kind of thing. And so obviously in other states that haven't been doing things like Utah, a lot of people are freaking out and they're saying, well, how about, can we do this and can we do that? And it's created a whole different wave of workarounds. And, you know, we can do it this way instead of that way. But the intent of the settlement was to eliminate that way. And so every time somebody nationally says, okay, well, we're going to do it this way, it creates another conversation in court that then has to be addressed on the forms, and our forms continuously change. And so they're literally trying to wait for the dust to settle on some of the DOJ workaround conversations so they can actually put a period at the end of the sentence. So every day we get new information. For example, everybody's been pretty much unhappy about we can't show a house unless we have a buyer agreement in place. Well, it's now coming out that as long as the buyer acknowledges that you are there representing only the seller as the listing agent, you don't necessarily need to have that, which is an entirely different conversation. We're freaking out about what do we say to buyers that come to our open houses because now we've got to do this. If you are there having a conversation strictly on behalf of the seller of the property and not looking for buyer agency, we don't have a problem. So once again, a lot of these concerns are based on other people and how they've been doing it and really don't affect us, but it certainly is slowing down our forms.
And one thing we do know is that August 17th is the hard and fast date. So we want to get ahead of that. So when we're out showing properties or whatever with our clients, we know exactly what to do and what to say. So one last thing, backed by popular demand, Lee's property tax class. Shot the slasher. How long have you been teaching this, Lee? Long time. Okay. I want to say, last year was the first time I went, and because I'd been doing this for my clients in a very helpful way, but not in a very structured way. So this gave me the good blueprint of what to do and how to go about doing it to actually genuinely help your clients. And I was able to save several of my clients several $100s. And it's the little things that matter. You know, it's not necessarily the few $100s they may save. It's what you did outside of the box of your normal 9-to-5 job. That's what they remember. So come take Lee's class and really learn how to help your clients at the highest level possible. And I think that's all I got.
Meeting is available on the link tree. So if you heard something that you're interested in but can't remember when it is, scan that link and it'll take you right to the schedule. John Bass, come tell us what you have planned for Friday.
So we have something special coming up this Friday. This is Nicole, a good friend of mine, known her a long time. Huge yogi, very well-trained yoga practitioner, and she teaches yoga all over the valley. She's going to be here this Friday. She's agreed to come and guide us through some yoga and meditation. Just raise your hands. Who's done yoga in the room before? Oh my gosh! So all y'all are coming. Very cool. I hope everybody has their own mat. Please bring a mat. But we're going to be doing it in here. She does pretty easy, flowy stuff, and then she does some meditation parts, and then she sings for you. She has a beautiful voice, and she has this little, like, mini piano. I don't even know what it is, but it's going to be awesome. So please come. The first hour of Wind Down is going to be yoga with Nicole. Please consider donating for her time. She'll have a little Venmo set up. It would just be great if we can all who participate throw in a little bit to just help her out and make her her time worth coming in here and guiding us through some peaceful yoga and meditation. But that's about it. Hope to see you all there, and it's going to be a great time.
Thank you, John. What a cool way to wind down from the week. Do some yoga, have some wine, hang out with your friends. Pretty cool idea. Who here knows about the Roost? For those of you that don't, the Roost is our brokerage team where you can plug in, plug out. There is, how many leads are in there, Audrey? 4,500 leads in that platform that you all can have access to. Audrey, you want to come tell us what's going on with the Roost and why they should plug into this?
Yes, so we have a new exciting addition to the Roost. Marita Dalrymple is joining the Roost as ding, yes. Everyone loves Marita, of course. So she is joining on as an accountability partner and coach for all of our Roost agents. So she is going to be hosting a Tuesday Mastermind every Tuesday morning, right before the WITSE and right after the conversations that convert that Jeff and John do over in that boardroom. She'll be holding an accountability meeting. So we'll be discussing our wins. How can we help each other? How can we get to our goals this year and make sure we're putting in the actions every single day to get there? So we're super excited. Marita, I don't know if you wanted to say anything as well. It'll be a great time. 4,500 leads in there right now, 200 coming in every month. Yes.
This is your Christmas cash. This is your first step.
Yes. So the Roost was designed by the one and only Josh Stern, who was my personal mentor, and it was a great honor to have been taught how to do real estate by Josh. And the pond that the Roost has developed, this lead database pool, is big enough. The idea is that any agent can build a business that is the size they want. And that resource is available, and my goal is to help you do that. So come. We're going to be doing not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after is we're going to be doing our preliminary meeting, talking through what are your goals, what do you want to accomplish for the rest of the year, and how do we tap into that pond to do it. So I'm excited for you to get your Christmas money and all of your goals in between, because really your business can change overnight if you're doing the right activities. So I'm excited about it.
And then I just want to add, so I started my full production last week, and I plugged into the Roost and started intentionally making calls and doing texts. And I did already take a duplex listing appointment this week just from making those calls, and I think I only called 214. One listing lead, yep. And maybe 10 don't ever call me again, which happens. And yeah. So they're all warm leads. So if you need a little boost, I mean, it does work if you put in the work.
Who here would want, it's like a boost from the Roost. Who here would like another couple extra deals before the holidays? Yeah, if that's the case, I would encourage you to set an appointment with Audrey and chat about the Roost and what that looks like for you. title team. Jake from Real Advantage, not State Farm.
I don't have my khakis on. Do you have the slide? I just want to make sure everyone's aware of our partner email. I don't know if that got uploaded. Maybe? We got a partner email that goes out on a weekly basis. It's a good resource. It has industry-related articles, home tips, seasonal information, upcoming classes that we provide. But take the information we're already providing you that you can put in your own words and reshare with your own SOI, create social media posts with it, or even share with your farm. And speaking of farming, that's our focus for Q3 to kind of add to the Christmas money. We want to get you pre-thinking about upcoming holidays and how to take advantage of those and finish the year strong. So if you have not sat down with me and strategized on a farm and how to farm like an area effectively, it's basically a marketing plan for the next 3 to 6 months. I encourage everyone to sit down with me and kind of learn what that would look like. But yeah, here's kind of what our partner email looks like. Just again, some interesting articles, talking points that gives you some things to sound intelligent when you're out and about talking to other people, some farming classes, that kind of thing. So I'll write my number up on the board. Text me if you want to get your email added or the email added to you, coming to you. And then if you want to sit down and strategize with me on a marketing plan for the next 3 to 6 months on farming, just let me know that too, and we'll get my Calendly out to you also. Subscribe, and then you'll know.
Broker Dave, don't get arrested. Probably. He's like, ah! Yeah, the lawsuit. Thank you, Jake. Thanks, Jake. Okay, so who here is still looking for Parade of Homes tickets? Marita, talk to Makai. We have a deal on the tickets, and the more people that sign up to buy Parade of Homes tickets, the better deal we get. So if you are interested in purchasing those for your clients, or if you yourself want to attend, please chat with Makai. The actual Parade of Homes event is July 31st. That's Realtor Day at the Board of Realtors, and then the parade actually goes through that first week of August, I believe. On the bottom, it's covered by that. Yeah, that's okay. But it's a great gift to give your clients if they're curious about what custom homes are out there, what does the Parade of Homes look like, and getting them at a pretty steep discount. If we can get 20 or more people interested in buying tickets, or just 20 tickets total, they come down to $10 a piece. So, yes, if you signed up, you're already handled. If you haven't yet signed up, please do so. Heather. Never mind the baby behind the curtain. No Amber Alerts will be issued today. Next slide. Thank you. Okay, so a friend of mine that works for the city sent me this last week, and I wasn't here because I was sick. This is a survey through the county. They are asking for our input on future development and future plans for the city and the county. This is your unique opportunity as real estate professionals to participate in this survey and have your voices heard. They want you to share your experiences with housing, jobs, community needs, all in Salt Lake County. So scan this QR code, take a few minutes to fill out their survey, and you'll be entered to win $100. So, and your voice will be heard as real estate professionals, which is pretty important. So make sure you guys do that. And today, we'll call it through the end of this week. So by Friday, if you all are bringing diapers for Jess, she actually had her baby last Tuesday. Her name is Zinnia. Everybody is home and happy and getting adjusted, and we would like to deliver a big batch of diapers to them this week. So if you're planning on doing that, you don't have any more time. So please bring them in this week. And who has heard about the crucial conversations coming up? Okay, so this is going to be a really cool countywide. So all 3 Salt Lake County brokerages are participating in this. This is in lieu of team meeting on the 30th. So instead, we are having a class on, it's outside of the industry. So we've heard Phil Jones and everything tied into the industry already. This is going to be from an outside industry perspective, high-level conversations, creating value for your clientele no matter what industry you're in. Just a different perspective. It's going to be Tuesday, July 30th. This is $35 per person. There is limited space. It's going to be a very high value afternoon for you all. Out at the Daybreak Clubhouse is where we're hosting it. Please sign up for this. It's going to be incredibly valuable for you to take away and be able to translate into your business and create a better client experience for your clients. Here's this piece. Who here listens to the MREA podcast? Shannon, what do you think about that? Like what's been your biggest takeaway from listening?
Way to put me on the spot. I don't know, I kind of alternate between two, Think Like a CEO and the MREA podcast. Biggest takeaway.
How about this? What's your favorite episode?
Way to put me on the spot. I've enjoyed every one that I've listened to so far. I don't have.
They're all pretty unique, right?
Yeah,
like
they're all pretty.
They interview
and
a
I
wide
like
variety.
the thing that I like about it a lot is that the people that he has on the podcast. You can sign up for a newsletter so you can get their business model.
Exactly.
So that gives me an opportunity to look at while I'm still working on putting my own business model together. Gives me an opportunity to look at other people who have been very successful in the business, at what their models are, and then determine whether or not what they've
does it work for
implemented in
you?
theirs is something that's going to work for me.
I love that. That's exactly it. It's a cool thing about the podcast itself is that they're going through and they're interviewing top industry professionals and making it relatable to you in a really tangible way. And Carrie Butler, who runs our K-Score program, she's the assistant TL out in South Valley. She actually was on our growth call last week and participated in a survey that the MREA had sent out. And what they sent her back was kind of a cheat sheet on all of the episodes and some hacks and some breakdowns for what it means and how it applies to you in your business. And what we've done is we've gone ahead and put this entire, it's 40 pages. I was going to print it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's 40 pages long. So if you scan the QR code, or if you just go to our link tree, it's right there at the top. It's 40 pages of value add and hacks for you to go through and listen to the episodes, have the worksheets to follow along with, and be able to really implement the content in your business in a really high level way. So that was our value add to you is some additional material to run alongside this amazing podcast that they have put out. Ben, did you have something to say?
4 steps to financial freedom.
That one's awesome.
And then there was another one in March, which was the 7 steps to financial wealth. I would tell everybody. So it's been a long time since I've been a top producer in the office, but I've probably got one of the most safe, secure, and leisure lives out there, to be quite frank with you. I probably work maybe 10 hours a week. And it's because I implemented those steps that they're talking about very, very early on in my career as far as investing and holding your money accountable. So, yeah, I would tell everybody to go listen to them.
Yeah, good. 2 really great podcasts. If you're not listening to them, I would strongly encourage you to download either one of them and just start anywhere because they're really, really high level, great content for you. Okay, so we're talking about Christmas money. We're talking about that first step instead of just focusing on climbing to the top of the mountain. Who here has done the 75 hard, like the traditional 75 hard? Anyone? I know Taylor has. Sawyer, you have? No. Completed it, my friend. So one of the biggest obstacles in talking with all of you in our individual coaching sessions is the idea of overwhelm. Like, I don't know where to get started. There's so much that I want to do. There's so much that I want to change in my business. There's so many systems I want to implement. And you get this analysis paralysis, right? Like, where do I start? And the answer is exactly what Dave said. Start with your first step, right? And so what we've done is we've taken the theory behind the 75 hard, which is doing these little specific things every day for 75 days to create dramatic change in your life and your health. And we've implemented that into your real estate business. So starting in August, so don't worry, it's not today. You've got a couple weeks to prepare yourselves. We are going to be launching a 75 hard for real estate agents. This is very simple material that you can be doing every single day. It'll take you a couple of hours. That if you do it consistently, you're going to see a dramatic change in your business. Can you go to the next slide, please? So it's going to look similar to this. They're still finalizing a lot of this, but it's call 10 people, send one CMA, hold one open house per week, add 2 people to your database, make one agent referral contact outside of your network, send one personalized card. That could be a thank you card, a birthday card, a congratulatory card, and read 10 pages of a business book or a self-improvement book. Super, super easy stuff that over 75 days is going to compound your business in ways that we're very excited to see. Now, here's the catch. What if, what happens if you do it? You're probably going to make a lot of money, right? What happens if you get like, I don't know, 70% of the way through it? Is it still going to be a win? Right. The idea here is just to take those first very concentrated, very purposeful steps to making sure that you're doing the right activities every day to get yourself into a large amount of production. When you look at this, is this easy? Like, pretty simple, right? Can you think about future pacing that out 75 days? How many pieces of business do you think that you would get over 75 days if you were committed to doing these things every day? Well, Rick, let's use average numbers, right? For every 20 phone calls you make, you're gonna get an appointment. So if you're doing 10 calls per day, you're gonna get an appointment every other day for 75 days. It's a lot of business. Who here would like to have that much business to close before the end of the year? So the play here is gonna be, we're gonna go the full 75 days, and at the end of the 75 days, and there will be a tracking app, it'll be super easy for you to use. Whoever has completed the full 75 hard, we're gonna be doing a panel to go over results, and there will be prizes. So not only are you gonna make lots of money if you're committed to doing this, there is a prize at the end. Nobody seems very excited. Yeah, okay.
Cool about this is instead of rewarding the outcome, it's rewarding the effort to the outcome. And I think that's the difference, like the kind of what we've talked about is just where you're rewarding, how many listing appointments you got. Well, I'm already working on that. So it's like, this is a way to focus on the effort to put in, and then the outcome or the byproduct are those things that are generally the outcome that we focus on. So I think it's a cool, different way of approaching business, and it's very doable and enforceable and actionable, I think. And the tracking app would be what I think is extra killer, because I think tracking would be a pain.
That's kind of the goal. And I think you're right, Ashley, and we did talk about this. It's the idea that most of the time in the brokerage when we're rolling out contests, it's based on a result that you're already trying to get, right? That's kind of lame. Like, shouldn't the result always be appointments and closings? What if we focused on the lead measures that you should be implementing as habits in your business, and let the reward be your closings and the money that you put in your pocket? So that's the idea behind this. So know that it's coming, and we'll talk more about it in a couple of weeks, but I wanted to show it to you all so you can kind of mentally prepare. And with that, come up and tell us about your awesome home maintenance program that I'm like, if I never have to clean gutters again in my life, I would be so excited. Oh, Nate just did the math. If you're following the 75 hard for realtors, you should have about 9 deals come through in 75 days.
It's not a 55 plus, but it might as well be. They're all pretty much old. And I had several of them come to me afterwards and say, can I have another one? So I'm hoping it brought some people into you, Shelley. But it's a great program. It's also, in my mind, a great program for millennials. No offense to the millennials, but they tend to not know how to do anything. And it's your parents' fault. It's not your fault. But for the older people and the millennials, this is just an outstanding program.
Thank you very much, Lee. I really appreciate that. So I am Shelley with One Home Solution. I have to tell you guys really quick that every time I come to anything that's KW, I honestly get anxiety now because I have fallen and bashed both of my knees really bad on concrete. With KW at a golf tournament and here. So if I seem nervous, it's because I'm really worried that you guys are trying to kill me. And so if you guys could just not, that would be awesome. So moving along from my anxiety about being hurt. There are a lot of ways for people to find maintenance. Somebody within a community that seems 55 plus may go to someone on the board and say, hey, who do I reach out to? What do I do for this? And there's just so many options out there, but not all those options are equal, and not all of them are fun. They don't always answer when you call. They don't always show up on time and on your schedule. It can be really frustrating, and at times it's really, really confusing. So that brings on One Home Solution. So out of curiosity, do you guys have homeowners, clients, sellers, they get a report in and they go, I need to fix these things. Who should I reach out to do some painting, do some new ceiling fans, light sockets, fix my decks, etc.? They're gonna come to you, their trusted advisor, and a lot of times they're gonna come to you after the fact and you're like, of course I wanna help you, but I would also like to focus on the 75 hard so I could get more business. You're welcome. So what is the biggest disruptor in any industry? Or technology. That is a huge disruptor, and it has not been something that has been focused on in the home repair and maintenance company, and that is what we're doing. We're disrupting the industry, we're making it easy and affordable. When I say easy, I mean this is how easy it is. You go into your app, you say what you need, you add photos, you give as much information as you need. Once you're done with that, you choose a day and time. And once you hit submit, you are done. We are not an Angie's List. We do not get in your request and then ship out your name and email address and phone number to every single sub that's out there, whether or not they would be a good fit or not. We have in-house staff. Those people do anything up to a high-level handyman position. So from changing a light bulb to light construction, we can typically do that in-house. $70 per hour is all that we charge for that. Our in-house representatives have to pass a background check. They have to have a clean driving record, and they have to be able to be insured by us, and we have to feel comfortable that we can stand behind their word. So I'm telling you this to let you know that we're not just sending some random person who, no offense to anybody who's maybe been to prison, but who might have just been let out on parole. I love everybody equally, I just want you to know. However, I don't necessarily want to invite you into my home if you've just done hard time. Sounds so awful, I'm so sorry. Just worried someone's trying to kill me behind my back right now. So we have easy and great communication right through the app. We're gonna let you know that your appointment has been confirmed. We're gonna let you know when we're on our way. For those items that we may not be able to handle in-house, we are still going to be quasi-project manager because we have agreements with other third-party vendors and they have to meet certain requirements, insurance requirements, they'll have to warranty their work, etc. If we can't do it, we're gonna take care of everything. We're going to reach out to that appropriate vendor. We're gonna make sure they get there to do an estimate. We're gonna make sure they get there to do the work. We're also going to pay them on your behalf and then invoice you. So it's really, truly a one-stop shop for anything you could possibly need. And this just gives you a slight idea. Now, we are a members-only program. What we do to offset that, because there is a cost of membership, is you do receive 4 maintenance visits per year. There is no cost for this, and that includes us bringing the HVAC filters, the smoke detector batteries, even the water softener salts if you have one. So this does come with that membership. So even if you never use any of the other paid services, you get this. This whole program's about $1,500 when you take in materials and labor, and you're getting it for that membership cost only. Important to note before we go any further that when someone signs up for their own personal residence, you do not have to get your credit card out at that time. You simply sign up with your information. We reach out, we're gonna schedule that first maintenance appointment and we'll count smoke detectors and all of that while we're there. We won't collect any money from you until we are physically there at your home and have shown you how to do everything with the app. So when you sign up, keep that credit card in your pocket. So we've talked about how easy it is. A lot of times with those maintenance services, if you have that task list, a honey-do list, any of those sorts of things that you just really don't feel like messing with, go ahead and add that on. We'll make sure that appointment is scheduled out for enough time that we can take care of most of those items in just the one visit. So this is something that you as realtors can keep in your back pocket. You can use this as a closing gift, which I have several real estate agents I partner with who love giving this as a gift. Their clients appreciate it, and it's something that gives value to their clients, like physical value for an entire year. It also gives you a reason to reach out and have a touch point with them for no other reason than, hey, how are things going? Have you been able to get some use out of this? And that's it, but it's another reason to reach out and touch and kind of remind them the value that you gave them. Typically, if someone were to just stumble to our website, they could choose the 2 different plans. It's either $500 annually or $49 per month. And those come with the full membership, and $49 you can cancel anytime. So we have a lot of options for you. When you're gifting it, we have a realtor-only page that will capture all of the data needed. And it's only $250. We will send an email to that client saying, hey, your agent, Jill Smith, gifted you a $500 gift. And so they're gonna see, wow, they really are a great, great partner for me, and it's only costing you $250. For today only, you guys on your own homes can actually get a 50% discount on that first year as well. So if this is something that you think would be a good fit for you, or maybe a friend, relative, whatever, please feel free to use the gift code Shelly250. Again, once you sign up, that's it. We're not going to collect money until we come to your home. So we want to make sure that you feel comfortable with that. Any questions? Yes. That is so we have a multi-property discount. So if you have at least 5, and you can include one of you, like your own personal residence, you have 4 rentals, have your personal resident be the top, it's $250 per year every single year. So you get that discount continually for those 5 properties. Yeah, yes, Taylor, and there might be somebody in here who could help you with purchasing another investment property. I don't know. As a matter of fact, we do have a lot of rental companies who have 10, 15, up to 70. You can manage it all through the app, just a single sign-on. Later this year, we are going to have the capability added that you can actually take care of it online as well, so that it's even quicker and easier to schedule those maintenance visits, et cetera. Okay, well, I appreciate your time very much. I will follow up with Mackay and send her that realtor-only link. I do have some cards that have the code of Shelly250 on them, and I really appreciate your time. Don't kill me. Okay, bye.
Kind of a cool option, especially for those of us that have multiple rental properties. Like, how nice would that be to just like click a button and schedule maintenance? I know yesterday I had to go down to my rental 3 separate times because there were 3 separate issues, so that was fun. Wants and needs. Taylor.
I've got a client who's looking for something that probably needs a little bit of work, but it can also be relatively remodeled, between 425 and like 510, 525. She didn't really want to go much higher than that. As close to Liberty Park between downtown as possible. So preferably 3-bed, 1-bath.
Okay, I have a listing coming up on Thursday. It's a 3-story townhome with a rooftop patio. It's Hamlet Homes. It's 4 years old, but the seller is like super meticulous, so it looks like nobody's ever lived in it. And they have added a bunch of upgrades. There's plantation shutters throughout. They're all custom. And we're gonna have an open house on Saturday from 11 to 1:30. And I guess, sorry. It's in Murray. It's just right off of State and like 4800 South by the Ice House, that bar, if anyone's familiar with it. And I'm not sure on the price yet, but it'll be probably high 5s, low 6s. So stay tuned for that.
Listed 2 this week. One is a townhouse with a 2-car garage at the end of 9th Avenue and M Street in the Avenues. 700,000, 3-bedroom, cool. It's a cool complex. And then that'll be coming out the first weekend in August. And the other one I listed is up on Adonis in Olympus Cove for $1.4 million. 3-car garage, all remodeled inside, all of it. Heated driveway, heated walkways going up the stairs, private backyard, private front yard. It's killer 1.4. On that one, about 3,000 square feet. There is not a separate entrance to the basement, no.
Okay, so I have a personal one that I'm just asking for everybody's help on. I have kind of a unique situation with a dog that is needing to be rehomed. We've been trying to rehome him for probably close to a year at this point, and none of the rescues or the shelters can help because he is a little bit reactive. He is a super sweet, super loyal dog. He just needs a little bit of behavioral training, and I think that he would respond really well to that. So if anybody knows anyone who might want a dog, or anyone here might want a dog, let me know, because unfortunately, if we cannot find him a home within the next week, he's going to be put down.
I also, speaking of my neighborhood and the fact that it's not a 55, but it acts like one, I have a grandma's house, a one bedroom with a den, single level living, 2-car garage, 575 in my neighborhood. Downstairs has a bathroom and a bedroom finish, but the balance of the basement is not finished. So if you know anybody that's looking for single level living, 2-car garage, please come see me, 575 in Draper.
Jeanette Mason is looking for an agent to refer to in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's about 40 minutes away from Charlotte, North Carolina. Jeanette, chat with Sean.
If anybody knows any good real estate agents in the Yuma, Arizona area that's familiar with the area, we have like 25 parcels of land that we're looking to sell. So, Yuma.